So iqam salah, there are so many meanings in Arabic, and we are trying to translate it as perfecting our salah, and this is one of the meanings. And perfecting our salah, encompasses some qualitative aspects and quantitative aspects. So we covered the quantitative aspects. We covered so many nafil salah that are associated with the salah or not associated with salah, which will contribute to patching or supplementing the missing parts of our salah as narrated in authentic hadith, and we explained that extensively. Now, to perfect our salah qualitatively, we narrated the hadith of Ammar ibn Yasir, may Allah be pleased with him, that some of us might leave our salah and we didn't get from our salah except 1/10, 1/9, 1/8, 1/7, etc. And this depends on how much khushu' we have in our salah. So how much attention we have in our salah, how much our heart is attending in our salah. So, and one of the things that we need to have in our salah at least is to understand what we're saying. So we are standing before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if we don't know what we are talking to Him, then this is, it's likely that our heart then is not there, If I'm talking to someone and I don't know what I'm talking, I'm just like a parrot, saying something that I don't know, then, this is, not really a high level of khushu'. So, to understand, we said that we explained the meanings of Allahu Akbar, or some of the meanings of Allahu Akbar when we started our salah. And then if we are saying Subhanaka, Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik, this is one of the great dhikr in Islam. This is one of the greatest dhikr in Islam. It's narrated in authentic hadith that Rasulullah said, كلمتان خفيفتان على اللسان ثقيلتان في الميزان حبيبتان إلى الرحمن سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم. That these two words are easy to utter, easy on the tongue. They are very heavy on the scale in the judgment day, and they are very beloved to the Rahman. And they are subhanallah wa bihamdihi subhanallah al-azim. So when we are saying subhanallah, this word in Arabic, if we trace it in the Quran, it's always saying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is exalted, is way above what we might think about. So if somebody is saying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, astaghfirullah, is having a son, then Allah, astaghfirullah, Allah is much away from this. If somebody is saying that Allah got tired, as the Jews said, after creation of the universe, then Allah is way away. And if we say that, if we trace, for example, when the angels said, أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَنْ يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا, when Allah told them that I'll create, creatures on earth, they said, أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَنْ يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا, are you going to create some creatures in it who will, do bad things and, have bloodshed and etc. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He told them afterwards, then قال إني أعلم, I know what you don't know. They said, سبحانك لا علم لنا. Subhanak. They used the word Subhanak. You are much away from, our saying that you don't know. We are not saying that you don't know, for sure you know. But we were just, explaining, wondering, because the jinn were created and they did all these problems, So, Subhanak, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the judgment day, when He will ask, Sayyidina Isa, He will ask him, did you say to people, you worship me and my mother without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? أَنْتَ قُلْتَ لِلنَّاسِ اتَّخِذُونِي وَأُمِّيَ إِلَهَيْنِ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ. And this one of the verses that contributed to converting our brother, Did you say to people to worship you? What Sayyidina Isa would reply? Subhanak. SubhanAllah, you are much away from this, that you will have a partner, and if we engage ourselves in the tasbih, the big question is, why do we engage in tasbih? First of all, to satisfy Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second is because we were commanded to do this. And there are so many verses in the Quran which are commanding us to do tasbih. One of the most famous that most of us memorize, إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحُ وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسَ يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ أَفْوَاجًا فَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ فَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ. What is the context? Allah is talking about conquering Mecca, and that the victory of Allah has come. Then what is the meaning of making tasbih here? We are not saying anything bad here. There are some, thoughts that might come, that this came because of the power, because of our power, we were able to conquer. No! It's because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, maybe this is, one of the, materialistic things that we did. For sure, materialistic things are reasons, But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who made this. And so on and so forth. If we engage ourselves, then we are joining everything in this universe. All creatures. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Isra, وَإِن مِّن شَيْءٍ إِلَّا يُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِهِ. And in Arabic, this is called uslub hasr. So there is nothing, even the particles on our tongue are making tasbih to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even every atom, every particle, every molecule, everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِن مِّن شَيْءٍ. There is nothing that is created except that it will make tasbih to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَإِن مِّن شَيْءٍ إِلَّا يُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِهِ. Well, but some people will say, what you are saying, nonsense. Allah is saying, وَلَكِنْ لَا تَفْقَهُونَ تَسْبِيحَهُمْ. Don't say this, because you don't know. You don't realize that they are making tasbih. If you are making your mind and you think that you are, big scholar and you know everything and you talk about science, okay, this is science. I'm telling you that they are making tasbih, but you don't understand their tasbih. Okay? And this is why it's narrated in one of the hadith that Rasulullah ﷺ had some pebbles in his hand, and the Sahaba heard, the tasbih of the pebbles in his hand. And they described that as it's similar to the sound of bees. They heard it. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows us to listen, then we will listen. And those people who are talking about science, we don't listen, we cannot listen except to one range of frequencies. If it is below those frequencies, we will not be able to hear. If it is above those frequencies, we will not be able to hear. This is why those people who are getting the adab al-qabr, they are screaming. But we don't hear them. We don't hear them. And this is reported in authentic hadith. So everything in this universe is making tasbih. So when we are joining them, we are joining everything on this universe and making tasbih to Allah. The angels, I conclude with this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يُسَبِّحُونَ اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارَ لَا يَفْتُرُونَ. The angels are making tasbih day and night, and they will not get tired. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika.